Welcome back to the final episode of Agentic AI Simplified. This is the grand finale. Across this series, we've covered what agents are, how they think, how they use tools, memory, retrieval, the whole toolkit. But today, we stop talking about agents and we actually build one. Real code, real architecture, zero hand waving. Real quick, before we dive in, if this series has helped things click, hit subscribe and smash that like button. It genuinely helps these reach more people who want to learn this stuff. All right, let's build an AI agent from scratch. Before we write a single line of code, let's get on the same page about what we're actually building. An agent has four core parts. First, the LLM, the brain, the reasoning, the planning, the decisions, all happen right here. Second, tools, the agent's hands. Search the web, run code, hit an API. Without tools, it's honestly just a chatbot. Third, memory. Short term, the current conversation, and long term, like a vector store it can pull knowledge from. And fourth, the loop. The agent perceives a task, thinks, acts, observes the result, and goes again. That loop right there is what turns a plain language model into an agent. Now let's map every one of these pieces to real code. Let's start at absolute zero, because here's the thing. At its core, an agent is shockingly simple. Here's a tool, get weather. Takes a city, hands back the weather. In a real app, you'd call an API. But this is perfect for learning. And we give the model a tiny schema, so it knows the tool even exists. Now this is the heart of everything, the agent loop. We send our messages to the model with the tools attached. Then we check. Did the model ask for a tool? If yes, we actually run it and feed the result right back into the conversation. Then we loop. If not, it's ready with an answer and we break out. Let's run it. The model calls getWeather, sees the result come back, and writes a real grounded reply. And that's it, a working agent in about 15 lines. Everything else we build today is just making this one loop smarter. Now, the agent loop isn't one size fits all. There are a few proven reasoning patterns, and the best part is you barely have to build them yourself. Most are just a few lines of code. Let me show you. First, React, the think, act, observe loop we just saw. It ships right inside LangChain. Call create React agent with your model, your tools, and a prompt. Wrap it in an agent executor, and the whole thought action observation loop is done for you. Self ask is just as easy. There's a built-in helper, create self-ask with search. The model writes its own follow-up questions and the executor answers each one. Same three lines, completely different strategy. Plan and execute splits the work in two. A planner that writes all the steps up front and an executor that runs them one by one. Load both, combine them, and you're done. And reflection, you'll usually write yourself, but look how tiny it is. Draft an answer, ask the model to critique its own draft, then fix it. 3 calls, and your agent literally self-corrects. Quick pause, we're halfway through the finale, and if you're enjoying this, a like and subscribe genuinely helps. Okay, back to building. The raw loop is great for understanding, but in real life, you reach for a framework. So let's rebuild this with LangChain and give our agent several tools. Watch how clean tools get. You write a normal Python function, add the add_tool decorator, and LangChain reads the name, the doc string, and the type hints to build the schema for you. So here are two, search, web, and calculate. That's genuinely all it takes to define a tool. Then the prompt template. This is your agent's personality and rules, plus 2 placeholders, chat history for memory and agent scratchpad, where the agent's step-by-step thinking lives. And here's the payoff. Create tool calling agent wires the model, the tools, and the prompt together. An agent executor runs that entire React loop for you. Notice there's no while loop in sight. Ask it something multi-step, and it'll chain those tools together completely on its own. Here's the thing, a real agent has to remember things. So let's add memory. LangChain gives us this elegant runnable with message history wrapper. We keep a dictionary of chat histories, one per session, and wrap our executor with it. Now, every call carries a session ID, and the full conversation goes to the model each turn. Watch why that matters. Turn 1, find info on transformer architecture. It searches, gives a solid summary. Turn 2, now compare it with RNNs. Notice I said it. I never repeated the word transformers, but the agent knows exactly what I mean because the whole conversation is right there in context. Turn 3, which should I use for translation? And it pulls from both earlier turns to give a real contextual recommendation. That right there is memory. All right, this is where we separate tutorials from the real world. A demo agent is easy, one that won't crash at 3 a.m. on a Saturday. That takes engineering. Four things matter. First, error handling. Never let a tool error kill the agent. This wrapper catches the exception, logs it, and hands a friendly message back so the agent can adapt and try something else. Second, retries. APIs fail, rate limits hit. This decorator retries with exponential back off, 1 second, then 2, then 4, before it ever gives up. Third, guardrails. Before the answer ever reaches your user, you validate it, checking for hallucination markers, bad refusals, policy issues. It's your safety net. And fourth, a token budget. This callback tracks spend and kills the run if it blows past your limit. Because a runaway agent can get expensive fast. And that is how real AI agents are built. Look at the journey. We went from a 15-line loop to a multi-tool agent, the React pattern, memory, and a production grade setup. And this is the finale of the whole series. Tools, memory, MCP, multi-agent systems, retrieval, and now the full build. You've got the complete picture, which means you genuinely have everything you need to go build real, useful agents. So please go build something. I honestly can't wait to see what you make. Thank you truly for watching this whole series. If it helped you, hit like and subscribe one last time. It means the world. See you in whatever comes next.